Time. The city of Minneapolis changed its noise ordinance, now allowing the Islamic call to prayer to be broadcast from speakers year-round 5 times a day. In tonight's Weekend Journal, David Schumann of WCCO reports it is a first for a major U.S. city.
The Muslim call to prayer, recited in here, heard out there.
It is a very
5 times a day, Muslims gather to pray at mosques, but the broadcast for the pre-dawn and nighttime prayers weren't allowed in Minneapolis until now. The city eliminated time constraints from the parts of its noise ordinance related to religious worship. In the summer, that means the call could go out as early as 3:30 a.m. and as late as 11 p.m.
Shalom, shalom, Israel, coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying. First off, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth with truth and sincerity. May you be of the elect. Shalom to all the Akim and the Akwath out there listening and learning. You Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, who are the true children of Israel, as well as you speckled bird, Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that look like, act like, and take on the customs of all these heathen nations. So to you, I say shalom, and may you be the elect. This lesson is brought to you by the Spirit and the power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the true name of our Father, the God of the Bible, the God of the Israelites, by Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahweh Shai being the only begotten Son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls by the name of JC. As you saw from the little clip, right, there, not only Texas, but now also Michigan is allowing for the Muslim nation or Muslim religious practices, right, to take place. And not just at a certain time, but damn near all day. Keep in mind, America is a so-called God-fearing country, right? Which would be in more relation to what? Christianity and Catholicism. Okay? So, if you got a country that's pretty much, leaned on as far as religious practices being of Christian and Catholic, even though America is a big melting pot, this is again a quote unquote God-fearing country, right? Now, put this into some type of understanding. When you have a country that's majority in that particular faith, and you got another religious practicing group that are allowed to, have their practices, their religious beliefs, and so on and so forth, because that's pretty much how America is. Everyone's got a right. Everyone's got a right to, practice free speech and whatever religious practice that they're in. But the fact that they're allowing this to be 24/7 damn near, there's going to be a lot of people that's not going to have that. They're not going to be cool with that. They're going to be trying to sleep, get ready for work, or probably trying to have their time with their family and friends, with things that are not of a Muslim practice, right? And they're going to be hearing this all day, every day, forever. On top of the fact that America has now given the Muslim, Muslim heritage for July, when July 4th is already, so-called Independence Day for America. That's so-called America's birthday. So you're going to put that on top of that with it? This is causing what? Confusion. This is also causing a buildup of animosity. And then these elites know exactly what they're doing. All it takes is get some fuel, right? Get some accelerants, you know, get some things to go together to cause some combustion, and that's pretty much what's happening. You're gonna have a religious spark, right? My religion is better than yours, so on and so forth. And mind you, go back to 2001. A lot of Americans, when they hear or hear the any type of language that sounds like an Arab language, right? Or they see a particular type of flag, or sees how someone wearing a hijab, or just the way they like a Palestinian or Afghani dresses, anything like in that particular realm, these people still have the mindset that anybody outside of America that looks or talks like that is a capital T word, right? You can understand what that means. The same way they looked at the ones from so-called 9/11, right? September 11th, 2001. They were the big T word. Anybody that looked like that, talked like that, they were the big T word. And so, and then you got things going on right now with Syria, Iran, right? The IDF, right? The whole thing going on with Gaza as well, So you got a lot of Muslims that are standing up for their nation, right? For their heritage. And so you're going to have a lot of pushback with this situation. Ultimately causing what? A race war. Okay? So let's get it. I've spoken enough, right? This lesson is called Race War Initiations. This is Matthew 24. I'm going to read 6 through 14. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet." Right? There's a lot of things that's got to take place before the ultimate ending comes. And that ultimate ending will be when America and Israel, definitely Israel, are going to be hit by nuclear or ICB missiles. Right? Totally and utterly destroyed. Yes. Again, America and Israel, all the nations are going to be, going to get jacked up. But America and Israel specifically are going to be utterly destroyed. Why Israel? Well, for one, the rats have infested Israel, the so-called U-wishes, right? That claimed to be a people when they are a no people, stole their identity, right? As far as their heritage, okay, their practices, right, and call themselves to be somebody that they not. And then two, you got a whole little boys town in Tel Aviv, the most holiest of places. You got man on man when the Lord is totally against that. Okay, so again, the last thing that's going to take place is them ICB missiles, right? And before that, you're going to have to see the MOT and the B, right? According to Revelation 13 chapter, verse 16 on down, right? You're going to have this particular thing that goes up under your flesh that you can either buy things or sell things, or, basically in general be a part of society. If you don't have this particular thing, you cannot be a participant in society, because that's what you're going to need to be that, right? And then once you take that digital all, okay, once you take that, you have pretty much forfeited your soul for salvation, because you made mankind your God instead of the Most High God, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, your God. Okay? But anyway, let's get back to this Matthew 6. Matthew 24 and 6, it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And it's not so much rumors now. These things are actually taking place. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. It's going to be all out. All these different nations, all these cities, all these towns, they're going to be going at it, man. Right? And this, what's happening right now with Texas and Michigan, as far as this Islamic push, right, that they can practice all day, every day, is going to cause a big problem. Okay? For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there should be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And we saying this at an all-time high these last few years. All right? It's only ramping up. It's like Braxton Hicks. Right? These are all contractions before the baby comes forth. All right? Before the destruction comes. Before Yahweh Shai comes. Okay? Verse 8, it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. The beginning. Right? All the stuff that you see in the news right now, this is bad. This is making me sad. Oh, whoa. Right? This is only the beginning. We haven't seen anything yet. We have no idea. Well, the world has no idea what's about to come. Because they don't listen to the prophets. They don't listen to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and the prophets. So they're going to be caught off guard. I don't feel sorry for none of them. Because you've been told. You chose not to listen. You pulled away your shoulder. You turned your ear. So, now you're just going to have to deal. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. That's going to happen to the prophets, because there's going to be a persecution for us. That's part of this walk. If you ain't down for that, then you might as well step down. Okay, because you're gonna have to really prove yourself for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Then shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Because they hated Yahweh Shai, they're gonna hate us too. If we follow in suit after the ways of Yahweh Shai, they're gonna hate us as well. We're not greater than our master. Everything he went through, we will have to go through. Lord willing, we don't taste death, but if we do, so be it. Call Halayim la Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's the Lord's will. All right? But I definitely want to see the downfall of my enemies. I definitely want to partake in that day as a mighty man. You know? Verse 10, it says, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right? It's going to be lawless in these last days, man. Lawless. Right? There ain't going to be no law of the land. And a lot of these people that are Islamic, right? Or should I say Muslim, right? And devout Muslims, shit. We seen what happened, what they do in the past. When they really down, they'll put on that vest and push that button and make a whole lot of people disappear. They'll do it. They will do it in a heartbeat because they are that devoted to their cause, that devoted to their religion. And then on the other hand, you got a lot of so-called true Americans, patriotic. They ready to do some things too. All right, so you're gonna have a lot of clashing, right, leading up to these other issues, right? Because when that happens, that whole thing happens, that's also going to lead to what? Martial law. That's going to lead to what? The micro C-hip. Because they're going to have to try to keep an eye on everybody. They got to know where you at, what you're doing, what you're buying, what you're selling. They got to know all this. Right? This is the only way they're going to be able to keep track. Right? And then ultimately what? The missiles. Right? The love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And the only one's going to be saved in that day are the elect. Okay? Verse 14. It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And that's how we know what time frame we're in, because everyone's got the internet, whether it be their phone, whether it be a laptop, iPad, computer monitor, all right, your local library, whatever. You have access to the internet, and this word, our electronic epistles are going out, man. Everybody's heard the Hebrew Israelites one way or another. Everyone's heard judgments. All right. Everybody heard the gospel, the good news. Everyone is without excuse. Okay. And that's how you know the end is nigh. This is 2nd Ezra. I'm gonna read 13, chapter 13. I'm gonna read 29 through 32. It says, behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. And 2nd Ezra, was it the 9th chapter, starting at verse 1, he says he's going to come visit the earth in which he made. All right? Matter of fact, let me get it real quick. Yep. 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 1 says, He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. You see, these things were told from the very beginning. Same thing with Noah. Lord talked to Noah, hey Noah, I want you to build this ark out of gopher wood, and I want you to let the people give the people warning from me. And he did for 100 years. And everybody mocked and scoffed. Oh, it's not gonna rain. Why are you building this ark? You see? And they knew not until the flood came. And by then it was too late. Same thing today. The people still don't listen to the prophets. We go out there every day, every week, letting y'all know. You still don't listen. Right? We've been telling you and been telling you. One day the Lord gonna tell us to shut up. And you're not gonna be able to hear anything, because he's gonna make our tongue cleave to the roof of our mouth. We're not gonna be able to speak. You see? It says verse 2nd Ezra 13 and 30. It says, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen, which I showed thee before. And then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. Right? Because Yahushua left. Right? But when he comes back, he's not coming back to meet Esau and the rest of these heathen nations as a man. He's coming back with them chariots. Right? He's coming back with brute force. He's not coming back to send peace upon earth, but a sword, man. He's coming back to slay, to destroy. The elect are going to be beamed up. They're going to be saved. True saving, not like what these wacky-tacky Christians call saved. Because what are they saved from? There's been no indignation. So what are you saved from? You have no understanding what that means. I'm saved. No, you're not. If you still eating fucking abominable foods and not rehearsing the righteous acts, you're not calling on the name of Yahweh, you're not calling on the name of Yahushai, You're not listening to the prophets. You're still celebrating pagan practices. You don't. You're not saved. And you won't be unless you repent. All right? But it's about to go down, man. It's about to be all these different nations and tongues and people about to go at it, man. Literally hell on earth. This is what you got to look forward to. Okay? So get ready, man. This is Luke 11:17. It says, but he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house divided against a house falleth. And that's exactly what's going to happen. America's already very, very badly divided. Now you're gonna have this whole situation, starting with Texas and now into Michigan. Who knows what town is next? What city is next? Right? You already got these you wishes stirred up with everything going on in Gaza, and the whole world realizing that these are not the people of the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, but they are exactly who the prophets said that they are. They're exactly who the scriptures speak of them being. They're the deceivers. They are the devils. Right? They are the adversary. They are Satan. And anybody that oppose Yahweh Yahushai is anti-Mashiach. It's about to go up, man. It's about to go down. So be vigilant, man. Keep your head on a swivel. Pay attention. Right? This is that calm before the storm, if you will. Right? So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Giving all praise, all honor, glories to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle and elder bishops, great millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth, with truth and sincerity. May you be of the elect. Y'all better stay prayed up. All right, keep watch, repent. Abba, Kwam Yasharallah, Shalom.